Welcome to my 1919 Aveling and Porter 5-ton GND tractor restoration series. A brief history of the engine before we begin. She was built in December 1919 at Aveling and Porter's works in Rochester, Kent. She then spent a good few years around Kent working for timber contractors in places like Marden and Maidstone. She went into the Chris Lambert collection in Horsemond, Kent, until she was bought by the Royal School of Mines in London in the 1940s to become their mascot called Clementine. During her time as mascot, she was present for the opening of the Roderick Hill building by the Queen Mother in 1957. In 1960, she was sold to Mike Elvey, who was one of the pioneers and heavily involved with the Festiniog Railway in North Wales. She did bits for Osterley Sea Scouts and ended up in Furnace Vale Printworks, where she was attempted to be bought by Tony Marchington, as he explains to John in a YouTube video, A Gambol on Steam in 1985, which was covered by the BBC. John Heselwood successfully bought the engine in the 1980s and had help from people like Fred Dibner in the restoration, where you can see more videos on YouTube. I'll put some links in the description below. And then in 2025, I was lucky enough to buy the engine, and now we begin the restoration to bring her back to steam in 2026. In this video, we start to get the engine ready for a boiler inspection. First, we remove the cylinder drain cock pipes and the pipe from the drip tray. In this video, I have help from one of my good friends and regular steersman for the engines, Lee Chadderton. Here you see me disconnecting the pipe now to the clap valve. Clap valves are essential components in steam engines, particularly for controlling the flow of water into the boiler. They are a non-return valve that allows the water to pass in one direction and then prevents the steam and hot water from escaping from the boiler. Meanwhile, Lee starts to disconnect the pipes now from the other side.
Shotguns, them, aren't they? Yeah. So it's farmer doing a bit of pest control.
Clearance. We now need to remove one of the wooden steps off the belly tanks so then I can access the injector pipe to remove and disconnect from the clack valve and then the injector behind the wheel. Our next task is to remove the steering worm and then the steering shaft so we can get to the cladding.
We want to pull this back, don't we, out of the way?
Yeah, so we've got to take that off.
Fucking horrible split pin, they hate split pins.
We've got to pliers.
How many times do you want to do a 2-minute job, but it's taken 10 minutes to get a split pin out?
Yep. During this restoration, it is very much a learn as we go along project. I was a time-served boilersmith from leaving school on steam locomotives for LNWR Heritage at Crewe. One of the main challenges we are facing during this restoration so far is things like the weather and not having the proper tools outside in the yard to do this restoration, but we are trying our best. We are here trying to figure out how to get the scroll away from the belly tanks.
It won't, will it, because the steering wheel will hold it over. Yeah. Can you pull that casting out to you now?
I can't, we need something just to support underneath the...
Just rest
on the scroll. It will drop.
This isn't held on much now, this end. I wouldn't pull it that way if we can. You need to come to me.
I need to, yeah.
Because it's going to pull it out this bracket and it's going to go.
Right, I need to knock the scroll to you then.
Yeah.
Time for a bit of brute force and ignorance now to move the scroll out of the way. Next I'll remove the clack valves now from the boiler so then we can get the cladding off. Now removing the boiler bands, which are the brass bands that hold the cladding in place. One tin cladding sheet removed, and behind you can see the rock wool insulation that helps to insulate the boiler.
Place in open shop. Never